Today I'm going to make these cheese buns in different kind of shapes, and I will also show you a very simple method for kneading the dough by hand. For the dough, we will need 250 grams of all-purpose flour, which has about 10% protein content, and 180 grams of lukewarm milk. We mix these two ingredients just until no dry flour is visible. It is important to fully hydrate the flour. This method is called Autolyse. During this time, the gluten structure develops without any kneading. So later, we will have to work much less with it. We cover it and let it rest for at least 45 minutes. Meanwhile, we will need 17 grams of butter, which can now be taken out from the fridge so it will be soft by the time we add it to the dough. After 45 minutes, you can see the dough has a nice gluten structure even though we haven't done anything to it. Now we can add 10 grams of fresh yeast or 3.5 grams of instant yeast, along with the soft 17 grams of butter. Work them into the dough until the yeast is fully dissolved. Once the yeast is no longer visible in the dough, place it on a clean work surface. Sprinkle 5 grams of salt and 17 grams of sugar into the center, fold in all the edges, and then we can start kneading. During kneading, we use the following movements. I push the dough away from me with the heel of my hand, then pull it back. And I slightly rotate it and repeat the movement with the other hand. This way, I work the dough crosswise. The dough will eventually become sticky because of the butter, but this is not a problem. With this easy method, I lift the dough, slap the bottom onto the work surface, then fold the top over it and rotate it, repeating these motions until the dough is smooth. And thanks to the Autolyse, the gluten structure is already strong, so we don't need to knead it for a long time. Occasionally we can check it with the windowpane test. If it's not fully ready, continue kneading. Once the dough has a smooth surface and it passes the windowpane test, we are done. Fold the edges underneath from all sides, pinch them in the center with your finger to give structure and make the surface less sticky. If you see air bubbles, that means you kneaded the dough properly. Place it in a lightly floured bowl, cover it, and let it rest on room temperature for about an hour until it doubles in size. Once it has risen, divide it into 5 equal pieces. Mine came out to 93 grams each. Then we shape them into balls. Place one ball in one of your hands, hold the other hand in a curved claw shape, and rotate it in a circular motion until the surface is smooth and tight. Repeat this with all the pieces. Then let them rest covered for 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, we can shape the buns. I will show you 4 different shapes and you can choose which one you like the best. First is a classic crescent-shaped bun. I shape the dough like this, then roll it out with a rolling pin into a large triangle. Starting from the top, I roll it down while stretching outward with both hands to make it even longer. Make sure the tip is tucked underneath. The second is a simple, straight rolled shaped bun. Roll it into a large triangle shape again, then roll it down from the top to the bottom, but this time we are going to leave it straight. The third will be a smaller bakery-style bun shape. The base of the triangle shouldn't be too long, and while rolling, don't stretch it outwards, just roll it up straight. For the last two, I will just leave them as regular buns. Just press them down a little bit so they get more volume. Now let them proof for about 35 to 40 minutes in a warm place covered with plastic wrap or a kitchen towel until they nearly double in size. Once they proofed, spray them with water and generously sprinkle with cheese. Once it's done, you can bake it in a preheated oven at 180 Celsius for about 16 to 18 minutes until it's golden brown. And there you have it, very soft and delicious cheese buns in different shapes. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe for more recipe videos. You can find the recipe in the description, and on my website you can also set how many pieces you would like to bake. See you in the next video.